Hello, I hope you all like my newest stop motion, the LEGO Black Hole Gang. In case you didn't know, the Black Hole Gang is a group of alien criminals from the LEGO Space Police 3 line from 2009 and 2010. I have all the alien minifigs: Cranks, Frenzy, Brick Daddy, even Craniac. This was the most expensive one. I got everyone else from a store in my local mall called a Brick Swap, but I had to buy Craniac online. And I wrote a short story with all these characters that could be like a 30-minute short film, but I'll finish that far in the future. Also, 3 years ago, I made a short film with just Cranks and some other aliens. I think it's a good fight scene, but for some reason I shot it with the aperture all the way open with my camera, instead of having a long shutter speed. So the depth of field was like 1 millimeter and you could barely see anything. But I recently decided to get a good webcam for stop motion. This is a Logitech C920 webcam. It has a relatively good wide-angle camera, but it's definitely not as good as my Canon Rebel. And I use a free software on my computer called Stop Motion Studio Pro. Since I'm using a webcam, in order to change the settings on the webcam, I need to click off of the Stop Motion Studio Pro app, go to the webcam app, and then change the settings, and then click back on the Stop Motion Studio app. Yeah, it's kind of a hustle. And every day I have to export all the frames and edit them in Adobe Bridge to turn down the grain and up the shadows. And for the close-up shots, I used a magnifying glass from a Five Below purchase, and I put it over the lens. Normally, when I need these minifigs to be in a specific position, I use clay, but I found a better substance, blue tack. It's as malleable as clay, but much more sticky. I used it in many shots of the movie. Everything else is normal animation, except for Cranks' gun. I had a bunch of sparklers left over from 4th of July, and for every shot I used a blowtorch to light them, hold it right next to the characters, and then put it in a cup of water so I can reuse the sparkler. And then I choose the shot that I like. And for the glow-in-the-dark silly putty, I used a black light to make it glow bright. And for every shot that has glow-in-the-dark slime in it, I blast it with some UV radiation, an actual black light that makes glow-in-the-dark slime, as well as some Lego pieces like the flame from this vehicle, glow-in-the-dark, and this silly putty. Oh yeah. And by the end, there was a bunch of shots that I needed focus changing, and that's a hassle with a webcam, so I just used my good old Canon camera for these shots. And then I just gave up and used my Canon camera for the last 30 seconds because it was faster for editing. I wanted to get it done by the end of the year. Luckily, I did. Okay, so I just got done editing this shot. The final shot of the film. This is the most setup I've ever done. So I have a background on the TV. I have these lights that you put on like the back of your TV, but it wirelessly changes, and that makes it look cool. I got these modular buildings. This one has a light in it, but there's peas. And then I got this light blasting through that building. And then I got these like cool, weird looking rope lights. And I got these. There, now they're off. I also got this string LED lights. And I got these Lego stud lights that I placed over everything. Boom. Oh yeah. And I also got a wireless trigger for the camera, so I don't have to touch it every time I take a picture. And I got a USB to my computer so I could see the shots that I did. And I also have a HDMI to this TV. So that is how I made the Black Hole Gang Episode 1. Yeah, there'll be more episodes in the future on this channel.